Hello, good evening. Dad here. Hope everyone's well. Welcome in. Linuan, hello, sir. How the heck are you? Hope you've had a good day. Welcome to a different Wednesday stream, I guess would be fair to say. We're not doing trucks because I didn't have the series record which I wanted to stream on is already one episode recorded, so it'd be out of sync. So didn't want to do that. My ETS profile is not currently updated with pro mods because I haven't got the Baltics DLC, and that's now a requirement for pro mods, so that'll have to wait until the weekend after payday. And the other option was to do the convoy series, the convoy profile, sort of solo. But the last few weeks I've been hankering to play some farm sim because I haven't played it for months and months and months. And then especially the last day or two with the hype, I guess, quote unquote hype or chatter about FS25. It's again made me want to play some FS22 again. Not particularly at this point that excited about FS25. I think it's still too early to tell what it's going to be like. But I thought, do you know what? Stuff it. Let's just fire up and revisit some Farm Sim 22 while it's still relevant. And one of the maps that I had looked around a couple of times and really enjoyed, but never really got a chance to do anything on it, was Alma Missouri. So I thought, you know what? Let's just load up Alma and see what's going on. So we're starting in start from scratch mode. Not start from scratch, sorry, new farm mode. So all base game equipment. The only thing that's not starting equipment is this truck that I've got, which again was a mod that I really liked the look of, but never got a chance to do anything with it. So yeah, we'll just have a quick look at what we've got to start with. Evening, Rusty. Hope you're well, sir. Welcome in. So we've got a Case Maxim CVX 115. We've got two John Deere's 6230R and a 4755. That's the truck that I got. So I think it's based off of a Ford F-Series truck from the 80s. Got the Case Axial Flow combine, the John Deere Gator, and then we've got the Brantner trailer, and then obviously like headers and cultivators and the like. So on the agenda tonight is get acclimated with the farm, and then we've got two fields to sort out, which is let me just bring on the map. We've got, so we own, got 3 fields and the main farmyard. As it stands, field 3, I think that is. Field 3 has got alfalfa in it. Field 9 has got wheat. Field 4 has got corn. Corn is not ready to harvest yet. The wheat is ready and the alfalfa is. Now, I've never done anything with alfalfa, so I messaged a reliable source of information, Mr. Linuan himself, earlier. I said, asked him, and he said you can row it up like hay, or you can bale it up like, wrap it and bale it like silage. So I think that's probably what we'll do, is we'll wrap it for silage, and then sell that down the line. So we'll get started with that, I think. Or actually, let me just check the harvest seasons. So alfalfa runs until October. Wheat runs till September. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, what we'll do is we'll start with the alfalfa just because it's new and exciting. Evening, my dudes. Mr. F, welcome in, sir. Hope you're well. As long as there's a sell point for it. I would assume there's a sell point. Let me check that. Because it's included in the map, so I would assume we would have put a sell point in. Alfalfa livestock bale sell point. Alfalfa hay, livestock bale, sell point. Do we think then alfalfa silage registers as regular silage, or is it its own thing? Because if it's its own thing and it says alfalfa silage, then we haven't got a sell point for it. But if it registers like normal silage, then it'd be so much easier if they put this list in alphabetical order. Silage. Yeah, there's 3 sell points for silage, so let's just take a punt on it. Right, let's find where all our stuff is. By the way, as an old guy, I can assure you that new and exciting isn't always cool. No, it's not. Like I said, I'm not... We'll see. I think from the verdict from the people that I respect is they need more information. So it's a wait and see game. Must be over here in this big barn. All good, buddy. Good to hear, man. It's a boiling one today. Ivan, Mr. Vinny, how are you? Welcome in. I haven't seen you for a while. Yeah, I haven't played Farm Sim for probably the best part of 4 or 5 months. I haven't even looked at it. Right, so alfalfa field is over here. How's everyone's day been? Also, anyone been up to anything exciting? So yeah, this is the first time ever in Farm Sim that I'm doing alfalfa. Talking FS25, yeah, definitely need to see more. Anyone that's buying a pre-order off Cinema Trailer, as the last 3 and 5 stills as a fool. And the reason devs and publishers get away with releasing rubbish time and time again, too hot to even bloody consider anything exciting today. It's a sweaty hot one here today, going right, been set on a new gaming rig, trying to get back gaming. Awesome. Yeah, it's been absolutely uncomfortably warm today. Although it's not too bad. Well, it's still warm in the house because the house holds the heat pretty well. Outside is not. It's not too bad at the moment because it's quite breezy. Just went out to get the washing in and it's quite breezy. So it's actually quite pleasant. But the house holds the heat really well. So it's yeah, really stuffy and warm in here today. I don't know about you guys, I don't know about Mr. Farquhar, but the gaming room seems to be the hottest room in the house. So I've got a big 2-litre bottle of squash next to me with plenty of ice in it to keep me going, and a little fan on the desk. Although I did try and get my steps up today by pushing the lad around the garden trike and bouncing on the trampoline with him. Nice. Yeah, my attempt to get some steps up today was going on the school run this afternoon. Thanks, and we just got your heat 25 inside with doors and windows still open. Yeah, it's probably about the same here, man. You're welcome anytime, Vin. Anytime, buddy. We like to share. What the fuck is squash? I think we've spoke about this before, Lynn. It's like, I think the closest thing you've got is like Kool-Aid or something. We'll do two headlands. Yeah, I can't tell you the amount of people actually I've seen today on Facebook groups about Farm Sim that are like, oh yeah, I've put my pre-order in, I've pre-ordered mine, I've pre-ordered the special edition. It's like, well, why? You're either just like a mega fanboy for Farm Sim, which, you know, is fine. Everyone's got their vices, or you've just got more money than sense. But it's all good, each to their own, I guess. Right, Lynn, once I've finished mowing this up, I can just row it like normal and then wrap it, is it? I haven't got it, there's not like another step in between. I will tell you what I should have done is should have replaced these tractors with ones that have got GPS on them. Mr. F, you can pre-order the day before release. Still get the same bonuses, but have a better idea of what you're getting. Exactly, mate, exactly. My assumption of what will happen is there'll be a lot, or a fair bit, I reckon, that will probably come out of their FarmCon thing at the beginning of July. And then, like SCS do, they'll drop like articles and blog posts and stuff in the run-up to it. Because even though it was only a few years ago, I can't remember the run-up much to FS22. Yeah, I should have definitely swapped these out for GPS tractors. They did studio showcases over the summer, which were pretty good. And then the fact sheet Fridays as it got closer. Oh yeah, I remember the fact sheet Fridays actually, on like the DLC packs and stuff. I think once there's actual proper gameplay footage out there, everyone will have sort of a better idea of what what it's looking like in actual gameplay. But as expected, the bigger channels that cover farm sim as their sole, which, I mean, I do understand it, because if the sole topic of your channel is one game, then obviously you're going to cover that game until it's, you know, done to death. But yeah, I've seen crazy amounts of videos of basically speculation, things that we learned from the trailer, things that were, you know, top 10 feature requests and stuff like that. I think Dagwin's had like 3 videos out today about it. I think Sealy P's had a video. I think Farmer Cop had a video. I think DJ's had like 3. So yeah, as I was saying yesterday, it's going to be pretty insufferable couple of months of loads of suggested videos that are just clickbait. If we get anything extra emailed, I'll pop it in the secret admin chat. Good man, good man. It's always insufferable if DJ go away. Clickbait and bum kissing, yeah. How much can people chat about 1 minute video of 5 stills? Talk about milking. All those channels do not are on my do not suggest list. Are you running Maze Plus? No, I don't think so. There's no farm sim on my YouTube homepage. Yeah, there's not really on mine, to be honest. Most of mine at the moment is your NASCAR series, some barbecue videos, and some racing videos. And then occasionally I'll get suggested videos about farm sim, and at the minute they are largely the clickbaity ones. Like I said, I do get it, because obviously their livelihood or their YouTube income depends on it, but I just find it a bit disingenuous when those channels put out videos that were 10, 12, 15 minutes long, like 1 minute after the 1 minute after the trailer dropped, and wanted everyone to believe that they'd recorded that in reaction to the trailer, not in reaction to the leaked trailer that was circulated a couple of days before. Drink break. Rusty, how's your back doing these days? My NASCAR will ruin your suggested feed. Apologies. Nope, your NASCAR feeds into my guilt, because I haven't watched like the last 3 episodes yet. That's what happens with the NASCAR series. I see it, I'm like, shit, I need to watch that. Because I've been loving the heck out of that series. I boot up YouTube and normally get a face full of Minecraft youngest and Escape from Tarkov. If I'm very lucky, I get some SnowRunner shown for me. Yeah, my wife is like that, because she lets my 7-year-old watch his favourite YouTubes on her account, so she'll get stuff suggested to her that's like trying to think now. This guy called Ali that he likes to watch, Sunday, Preston, Mr. Beast sometimes. But yeah, that's why I don't let him use my account, because I don't want any of that suggested to me. Great, my internet is acting stupid again. Maybe time to get onto the old supplier, Lynn. Have a word. Still waiting for further operation. All wires will need reseated, and they're going to replace the battery pack at the bottom of my spine. Same time, save opening me up again next year. So that will save you an operation next year, but you're back in then the year after, sort of routinely, to get it done again, is it? The boy watches on my second account, but he watches 2 of the channels I like, so not too bad. Yeah, to be honest, the guy Ali A that he watches, I don't mind him too much. He's a British guy. I think he lives in America though, and he just does like a lot of reaction videos, like reacting to like TikTok and YouTube shorts and stuff, which I don't mind some of them because that's like the fails and like stuff like that. I find them quite funny, but some of the others like Preston Plays and Can't Stand Mr. Beast, Sundays, they're just crazy, you know. So, time to send a strongly worded letter in. Exactly, Vin, you know the score. Yeah, the battery pack is rechargeable, contactless through my skin, and its shelf life is only 10 years, and that's out next year. It's all good, just wait in game. Same as most things these days. Man, medical procedures are crazy these days. Feel free to tell me to mind my own business, but do you mind if I ask what the battery pack does or what it's for? Obviously, don't feel obliged to say if you don't want to. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, I think my 8-year-old router is outdated. Yeah, probably want to get a new router, mate. Did Allier used to do Arc? I'm sure I've heard Arc channels talk about Allier. Yeah, I think he used to do some gaming way back, but he does mostly reaction type videos now from what I've seen. Well, that's what my son watches at least, so. Is Iron Man suit? Well, that's the when he said he had a battery in his back, I was like, he's got like a little arc reactor in the bottom of his back. Lynn, does your broadband company supply the router, or do you have to buy your own? That's 100% what I envisaged too. That's supplied. Yeah, same here. Yeah, might be time to get them to send a new one. When they put my vertebrae back together about 15 years ago, they severed a few nerves, which means I've got constant pain all down my left side from hip to toe. Backfires, electric shocks fire the wires into the damaged nerves. Lessens the level of pain to no terminator, I'm afraid. Jeez, man, that sounds crazy. And how often do you have to charge it? 8-year-old supplied router, we get reminded almost annually, every other year more like, to call in and get ours swapped. Yes. He has a pump style charger at the front. Every 5 days or so I've got a belt I just wear whilst I'm doing stuff, and it charges through my skin. It takes about 3 hours for full charge. Well, every day's a school day. Super Plus unleaded only in a V8. Sounds pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty wild. The stuff they can do. No complaints here. I'm mobile and active, which a lot of people with 4 shattered vertebrae and 8 titanium rods in their spine aren't. Misspent youth, jumping out of too many perfectly good aircraft, etc. When I worked in Dermo, we used to electrocute people to help with sweating disorders. Nothing as exciting as spinal nerve treatment. But like when I get the rower out, I'll need to make a better job of the angles on it. The farm that we started with does have sheep, horses, and cows as well. So we can do animals if you wanted to. Like I said, I don't know if this will turn into like a series, like a stream series or whatever, because I was just at a loose end, wanted to stream. My trucks and stuff wasn't really set up where I could stream, and I didn't want to do racing because it's the last week of the season on LFM, so there's no point doing racing. So I think I mentioned it in last week's video. I found out what happens with LFM, the league. So it's on a 12-week cycle. They take a week break and then they start the new cycle, the new season. So the new season will kick off. I think it's a week on Monday. My plan there is to have a video out every week. Yeah, I always found that with the farm sim streams is quite a chill time, because it's far easier to hold a proper conversation with people than it is when you're like tracking, because obviously if someone sends like a long message in, you can just stop, read it, and not worry about getting rear-ended by shitty AI. Electrolysis is also used in some mental health facilities as a behaviour and cognitive treatment. A little jump start to the brain does wonders. Pretty crazy. Yeah, I've seen documentaries and stuff where they covered that off. They used to get like the probes or the pads either side of the skull. Everything seems a little tightly packed in here, to be honest. Let's get this baler out of the way. I'm just waiting for them hot laps to see what you throw around the lap. Oh, yeah, I've got them coming. At the minute, they're on a once a week cycle, because say once a week. I know the last one was well delayed. I'm trying to get ahead with them so I can probably up them to 2 a week. It's just been a busy couple of weeks in the house, so time's been limited. Which is why the content has been lacking the last few weeks. Right, let's go. I think let's do the headlands. I've got to try and move all those bales I made last night, so it might be a bit quiet, but still. Yeah, no, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you being here. It's always awesome when any of you guys come and spend a little bit of your day with me. I know we're all busy. What I really need to do is figure out why my snow runner videos won't process YouTube's end, but this is a nice distraction. Is that still an issue? I saw you were having trouble with them over the weekend. What is it, and it's just SnowRunner that seems to be. The plan for this field is probably we're not gonna. I think from what Lynn was saying earlier, you can mulch alfalfa and it will grow back. We're probably not going to do that. We'll just replant it with something else. But it had alfalfa on it. I didn't really want to waste it. You know, it's money at the end of the day, so. Yeah, just the snow runner ones to get to around 80% and then just say process and fail. That's sweet. I mean, I suppose the silver lining is, you know, it's not like an account level thing where they've like, you know, blocked you or something like that, because if the other videos are all working, then it's not that level. It's not kind of thing, but still frustrating, I imagine. I used to have a problem for months. I had a problem with DaVinci Resolve where it would get to like 10, 15, 20% and then just freeze, and it would just drop down to like half a frame a second but not move anywhere rendering it. So yeah, it took me ages to figure that out, and I think it was to do with it just didn't like rendering out to a spinning hard drive. So I swapped it to my .2 as the location where it's rendering to. It's touchwood, it's been fine since. So, but it's yeah, frustrating when you've got problems but you can't seem to figure out why. I had those sound problems all that time for months about OBS and couldn't figure that out. So I feel your pain, bro. let's just do this. It'll be easier. Yeah, the irregularity of issues is mind-boggling and frustrating at times. Yeah, sure is, man. Sure is. And there never seems to be, like, one concrete way of resolving it, because what works for one person never doesn't automatically work for the next. Yeah, don't forget to give the stream a thumbs up, guys. Does help me out with the old algorithm. And if you are watching and aren't already subscribed, do consider subscribing. When we hit 300 subscribers, we are doing a 300 lap race, celebratory race on Assetto Corsa. So be sure to check that out. We are like 281 subscribers at present, so we are edging towards it. Be right back. No worries, Lynn. I think first opportunity we get, we're going to dump some GPS in these tractors. So I sure do love me some GPS. Get one of those mod NASCAR ovals, it'll be easy. Well, you say that, but did one of the, because I've been toying with different maps, different circuits and different cars and stuff. Pretty dead set on the circuit, but I did get an IndyCar mod. It was I think it was the Indy 500 circuit, which is essentially just a big oval. So I set that up with the amount of AI drivers that I was probably wanting to have on the race, and it was just carnage. The AI drivers just couldn't hack it for whatever reason. They just ended up crashing into each other all the time. So it was actually quite difficult. I did like a 10-lap race just to see what it was like, and spent more of the 10 laps trying to avoid like 5 or 6 car pile-ups than actually trying to race. Yeah, up until this week, I was pretty dead set on car choice and track choice, and then testing out mods over the weekend. When I had a little bit of time and the in-laws were over, I stumbled across a different car that I really liked. So now I'm thinking, do I scrap off the original choice and go for those instead? But either way, when it happens, it'll be the longest stream that I've ever done. I think it will be probably a 7 to 9 hour stream, roughly. You're mad bloke. Yeah. Not totally mad, because there's a couple of guys who've done 200 laps around Nürburgring on Gran Turismo 7. And that's like a 28-hour stream. I like the Hockenheimring, used to be my favourite GP on the calendar. Yeah, I did a few laps around the Hockenheimring on a mod. That was pretty good. I think the track that I've settled on is Watkins Glen. crazy how quick the forest took that back once it became disused, yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's loads of examples of that around in life where something becomes disused and nature just reclaims it really quickly. Watkins again. That's quite a long track, and yes, there's two versions of it. There's actually 4 versions of it, but there's 2 main versions of it: a short and a long. The long in the original car choice that I was set on until this week, it was, I think, a 1:10 lap, a 1:10 a lap on a short circuit, or about 1:45 on a long circuit. If I switch to the new car that I found, then that takes it down to about a 1:01 on the short track and about a 1:30 on the long. That's what I was watching at the weekend, because it was the 6 hours at the Glen event. There was a long race weekend. They had loads of races there, but they had the finale was the 6 hours at the Glen on Sunday, and I was watching it to get some pointers. Thinking what I'll probably do is I'll do it on a Saturday night. I'll start about 7 p.m. and should be done about 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. something like that. If I do the long circuit, if I do the short, it'll probably be done by about midnight. I think you all know me by now. I think you realise that I quite like the challenge of things, so an interesting one for sure. So if this doesn't wrap as expected into silage, then we will just bale it for, I'm not going to bother tedding it into alfalfa hay. I'm just going to bale it like this and sell it as alfalfa. It'll get a bit less for it, but it is what it is. Just because I can't be bothered to ted it and then row it again if it doesn't bale up into silage. That's a hell of a challenge if I do too long a race. I'll lull myself off. Did 50 around Lime Rock on Forza the other day. I think I crashed twice just because I drifted off in my head. Yeah. Well, that was where I lived mainly when I used to play Gran Turismo a lot when I was a kid. Do all like the licenses and stuff, and I play it a bit, get some money, get some cars, and then I just live in the endurance races. What I think will be quite good about it is like driving long distances and suddenly realizing 5 or 6 junctions along without noticing it. Yeah, what I think will be quite good on Lime Rock on Watkins Glen is it's not that it's quite a long track, but it's not that long of a track where it'll be really really spaced out. There'll just be constant battles for either slow traffic or traffic behind me. Obviously 300 laps is going to be pit stops. All of that stuff's going to be on, so obviously the difficulty will be set in such a way, well, with a set of course, the difficulty is set on a sort of plus minus basis, so you set what you want your difficulty at and then how much percent either way you want the difficulty to be, so that you've got a variety of challenge. So you'll have some that are better than the difficulty that you've set, and you'll have some that are easier. Obviously, the ones that are easier, they'll be slower. So I think it'll just be a case of constantly every couple of laps there'll be bits of traffic that you're trying to sort of weed through. I think it'll be good. I think it'll be hard. I don't think it'll be easy by any stretch, but I think it'll be quite good. That used to be me when I worked on a 7 on 3 off shift pattern. Finish at 6 AM, drive home, I'd get to the other end of my road and not remember how I drove the last 20 miles. Yeah. Yep, it's picking it up. I need to just remember bale size. The larger bale size. The problem is that first one's probably going to be small. Automatic. When I worked Twilight, so once got from Norwich Airport Industrial Estate to the Norwich Airport Industrial Estate to Larkholm roundabout without noticing. I was so zonked at half the city ring road and had no recollection. I was just suddenly home. There's about 8 sets of lights on that journey. How are you not using the fast bale? Because I was using it was just all the base kit, all the starting equipment on the map. I think what I'll do is I'm probably going to switch to the fast bale because otherwise it's going to take too long. get 67 for that. Quick bail. That's alfalfa, so that's fine. Yep. So we're gonna get one of them. Sell that. A quick bail. Keep it massy because that's what. Well. It should be a nice little cash boost anyway. Not sure how many litres we'll have got off here, but much welcome cash. Silage money is always a nice boost. Yeah, it is. Always a nice boost. Because it's one of them, I haven't decided if we're getting cows or anything yet. So it's straight for sale, these bales. It's because they're no use to us. They've got to ferment anyway, so we will. How long's fermenting take? I don't recall. If it's not Maize Plus or anything, it's just base game. Is it just like the next month? So yeah, we can just get these wrapped. We'll leave them on the field until the next month, and then we can crack on with harvesting the wheat field. Same with the wheat, we'll just sell it. We don't own any productions or anything, so we'll probably just sell it to the grain mill or wherever when it's the best price. We've got some silo bins on the farm, so we'll just store it there. Or the alternative is we sell the horse stables and buy ourselves a flour mill. But I don't know how realistic that would be to farmer to have their own flour mill on their farm. My assumption is they would always take it off to the grain mill. Yeah, it's not a bad shout. Could do beef cattle raised to sell rather than milk. That is not a bad shout at all, actually. Again, that would be a first in FS22, because I haven't done beef cows in FS22. Did them in FS19 for a little bit. On, what was it, American Life of Farming, or American Farm Life, or whatever it was called. I think it was Lancey Boy's map. What's your plan, Mr. F, on, is it Moss Valley that you were playing last night? I might let people decide as we go. I filled the chicken coop with feed, so I'll grab some chickens. Try and let viewers lead it where I can. Nice. Bit of viewer interaction. I know obviously you were much in the same boat as me in that family life dictates most of your time, but is that going to be like a live stream series, or is it going to be a mix of live and pre-recorded, or? I think I just missed the beginning, sort of 10 minutes of it, so I don't know if you mentioned it then, but... probably all live. I'll just do bits off stream to help move it along when I can. Awesome. We are nearly done here. Like I said, we'll just leave these on the field for the time being just to ferment. Because I also don't believe that we've got a means of picking them up off the field. We've got the truck that I got, which has got the flatbed on the back so we can carry them, but I don't think we've got a front loader or like a telehandler or anything like that. And yeah, we've got a big old field of corn there, which that'll be ready next month or the month after. Time to sell a kidney then, and get yourself a nice little JCB. Yeah. I did have a nice little JCB telehandler pack that I was using on another save, remember, but I don't recall if I put it on here or not. Tried to reverse as quickly as I could then to try and avoid hitting the bale. No such luck. Across the middle, still to pick up. Got to bounce, my dude. Good chatting with y'all. Have a good evening. Thanks, Mr. F. I appreciate you, man. Have a good rest of your evening and good rest of your week. Hopefully you catch you soon. I think that's all of it, or the majority of it at least. Not particularly. My youngest has booked my services for tomorrow night, and he has 3 fields of corn in Stone Valley he wants harvesting. That's what it's all about, man. You're right. Let's look at these last bits around here. It seems a shame to not at least get one more full bale out of it. Yep. Dump that off there. Let's fold that up. And what's the going rate on Rusty's assistance for the evening of 3 fields? Let's stick this back up over here for a second. Let's have a quick look how many bales that was. So 44 bales. 4 times 5,500. That's 242,000 litres of silage. We held it until best price. About 80,000. Not bad. Not bad. Right, now we've got some corn that needs to be harvested. Not corn, wheat. This is ours as well over here. Rusty cars. One open. Nope. This over here. And slave rates, but I'll probably run the harvester while he does the cart, and this is real world save, so he set himself the rule of no AI helpers. Nice. Can't fault it, mate. Can't fault it. For a minute. Stick this header back in there because we don't need the corn one right now. What I want actually is I get a garage down on the farm, like a workshop. And tools. I told him we should have done it on a smaller map, but he insisted on Stone Valley and those bloody huge fields. No cheat equipment either, so his class harvester only has a 10k grain tank. Jesus. Where can I situate this? Don't want to do that. Same token, I don't really want to drive it into town to get it changed. Where's the vehicle workshop? Vehicle shop. Being said, it doesn't look like there's even a vehicle workshop in town anyway. There's the shop itself. Got an actual vehicle workshop attached to it. Yeah, this must be it. Yeah. Alright, cool. That's what I'm gonna do is reset that back to the shop. Customize GPS, yes. Righty, let's take the long drive back to the farm now. This is the right way, yeah. Come on, come on. I think the reason probably why I like this map is because it's not just your standard. Most American maps are just large, flat. Don't get me wrong, it's large fields, but it's not flat. It's quite got quite a lot of terrain. That's us back there. Alright, we're locked in. Let's harvest us some wheat. Right, so take the trailer with us. Down this way. That's us down there, the other side of the field that we just cut. Currently know the correct way to it, but this will work because we're already cut. We'll just go this way. Forward. Let's drop. So we're going to run 2 headlands. And we will then start in the centre. So we won't get much for the straw that comes off here, but we will we'll take it anyway. My boy has another big map he plays. I think it's American, but maybe as it's quite a size, it's called the Oaks. Not sure who it's from. Certainly looks good from what I've seen of it. Yeah, funnily you mentioned that one because when I was thinking today about streaming, it was down between this and the Oaks. The only thing I didn't, because I was short on time, when I loaded into the Oaks there was no starting equipment and I didn't have time to set any starting equipment up. It's a 4X UK map by Farmsim Briscoe, who also did Saxthorpe. It looks like a really good map. Again, that's another map I've looked at a couple of times, I just never really had the chance to play it. If it had starting equipment on Farm Manager, New Farmer mode, then I would have probably played that instead. But I know he is gearing up a release of a revamped version of it. I think with more of a focus on 80s farming. Not seen it before he installed it. It's not a mod hub map though, apparently. Yeah, it's on, I think it's on itch.io. Yeah, I mean, if I'd have had the time, or starting equipment was there, then I would have set it up and played that instead. But as it happened, it came down to this or that. And this had starting equipment, and I didn't have the time to go through picking some equipment and stuff. But I didn't really necessarily want this to be like a challenge type series like I've done before, where start with nothing kind of thing. So I wanted it to more of just be like a, you can just pick it up, put it down whenever, a fancy type of series. Like you were saying earlier, it's more of like a chill vibe, just to, you know, load up the farm and do some farming. It's 50%. So the harvester holds 10,000. I'm not sure. We've got the Brantner trailer. I'm not sure what that holds off the top of my head. I think one of the few things that I didn't like about this map is it's got those meridian bins that you load from the top with the auger. I'm not a fan of those either. I always used to swap them out for something easier on my maps. Yeah, I could just, no matter what I try, I just never seem to be able to get the augers lined up properly. So we'll see how we go. I've put the auger roughly where I think it needs to be, and if we can get it to work, then we'll keep them. If not, then we'll sell them and the augers and get a different grain storage facility. annoyed. That will do us right there. And grab us a trailer. Yeah, I can probably get 2 loads in that trailer. It's quite a large field, so I don't know what it's estimating we'll get out of it. 60,000 litres. It's not bad. For settling, or are you going to run some chickens? Well, I hadn't planned on running any chickens. I think I'll probably sell it. I did toy with the idea of maybe getting like buying, I don't know if there's one already on here or if I'd have to put one down. Well, like the flour mill. Milling it up into some flour to sell. Let's check that actually before we carry on. Before we start cutting in. 25,000 chickens. There's actually a pretty, the Oaks map that you were talking about, I think there's an actually pretty big yard that you can buy. This, I think, got 20,000 or four chicken coops that can take about 20,000 chickens, I'm sure. Got a flour mill, grain mill, corn dryer, Taylor pizzeria, bakery, dairy. Is the pizzeria just a sell point, or is it a yeah, there's a grain mill on here, so you could take it to the grain mill. Yeah, that's a lot of barley to feed those chickens, trust me, I know. Yeah. Well, what was how many did we have on Chilliwack after they're all together, Lou? Barley's best, yeah. Most yield per acre, 15k on chili. Yeah. They will do it at 15k and like 1,500 cows as well. Yeah, it was a ton of work to keep up. Realised I've started cutting in on the wrong place. I need to go more central. Yeah, I don't remember on there how many acres of land that we actually had that was devoted to barley, and it still wasn't enough. Let's go and try our luck with these meridian bins then. so that's in place, I think. That should be as near as damn it on it. I don't actually know if it's going in. Yeah, I think it's going in. Yeah, I think that's worked. Nice. First time in ever. Managed to do it first time. Well, not first time, but within like a minute rather than 10 minutes later selling the fucking things. Right, and we're off again. Yeah, we'll probably do, guys. We'll probably go for about another 25 minutes. And then wrap it up there. Hopefully we'll get the field done. But even though it's not a 4x map, the fields are deceptively large. Just got the after we're done, we've just got the battle of trying to sleep in this uncomfortable heat. Which I'm sure for Lynn is it's not all that hot, but for us it's pretty warm. What I did is I meant to, they are rather large for a single person enterprise. Got to head off now as well. Stuff to do before bed. Take care, guys. Speak soon. Rusty, my man, appreciate you. Thanks for spending a couple of hours with me tonight, man. I appreciate it. Hope you have a good week, and good luck with the corn harvest tomorrow. Yeah, what I meant to do was put auto drive guys route on here. And I would be putting using the workers, but forgot to put them on. Death by corn, night case. Yeah, take care, Rusty, man. Get a fair old amount of bales on here as well. Don't sell for much, so. Straw. $60 1,000 litres. Be 5,500 litre bales. Be like $300 per bale. Exactly spectacular. Nothing to write home about, as they say. We can get to the end of this row and turn around before we're full up. Otherwise we'll have to manoeuvre the auger out a little bit. Take the pipe out now while we remember. Otherwise we'll forget. This should top off the trailer. And it's full up. question is, can I back up to the auger again? So that's 95% full. That'll take us up to about 41,000, I think. Pay attention. Yeah, man. Nice. Take that. So yeah, 41,585. Yeah, not bad. Still more to go. I reckon probably another 1.5 trailers loads, maybe. It's not too bad at all. But that is going to do us for this stream, my friends. I know it wasn't trucks. I know it was a bit impromptu. But I do appreciate you coming to hang out with me. We've enjoyed the stream nonetheless, and we will, the next time we're on this, if we're on this again, we'll finish off the harvest of the wheat, decide what we're going to do with that. Once the bales are fermented, we will sell those, and then we will decide what we're going to do up at the farm here. But for now, like I said, that's going to do us. If you haven't already, hit that like button. It really does mean the world to me. And subscribe if you're not already as well. Don't forget, when we hit 300 subscribers, we're going to be doing a 300 lap race on Assetto Corsa to celebrate. So we want to stay tuned for that. So subscribe if you're not already. Until the next time, guys, take care, and I will catch you in the next one.